Hey, welcome to the build video. Today I think I have a pretty special build for you. It's a very rocket tailored build, tailored towards the new artifact perks that we got in Act 3. We have a lot of ways to boost your damage, get your super back, all the fun stuff. So let's just jump right into it and break it down. So the first thing that we'll get into is the artifact perk, Perpetual Destruction, and that says rapid final blows with non-exotic rocket launchers, refund ammo, and increase reload speed for a short time, which is a very good artifact perk, and we are comboing this with the rocket launcher, Hezen Vengeance, which is probably the best rocket launcher in the game. And for this build, I have Overflow and Bipod, specifically to get as many rockets as you can in your rocket launcher. So the exotic that I went with is Mantle of Battle Harmony. Now it reads, final blows with weapons matching your equipped super damage type grant you super energy. When your super energy is full, you instead gain a temporary bonus to weapon damage of that type, which is, we're mostly going to be using that second half, but that first half is just as important. Because if you remember reading the origin trait, when you get final blows with this weapon, you get bonus super energy, which that in tandem with the exotic, you're going to be getting lots of super energy, which when you use that super, you'll double this weapon's magazine, which is the best part, right? Because we want as many rockets as we can. So next we're going to be breaking down the subclass of choice, and the subclass that I went with is Dawnblade, and the super that I went with is Daybreak, and the reason is because it's a roaming super, and as you know, you get roaming supers 4 times faster than about any other super in the game. So that, with the exotic and your rocket, you're going to be getting your supers so quickly, and that is one of the best parts about this build. For the melee of choice, I went with Celestial Fire, Healing Grenade, and for your aspects, I went with Heat Rises and Touch of Flame. So the whole point of this build is to consume your grenade to give yourself Heat Rises, which because of Touch of Flame is going to give you Restoration. And I'll go through the fragments real quick. So I went with Ember of Solace to increase the Radiant and Restoration effects to increase their duration. I went with Ember of Empyrean, so that when you get Solar Weapon Final Blows, it'll extend the duration of those effects. Next, I went with Ember of Torches to give you Radiant when you use a power melee attack, which, of course, we went with Celestial Fire to make that a lot easier for yourself. So for the last fragment, I went with Ember of Benevolence, applying Restoration Cure Radiant to allies, grants, increased grenade melee and class ability, regeneration for short duration. So now that we went through the subclass, I'm going to go ahead and break down the other weapons of choice. For the first one, I went with Lethanim, just another way to get some ammo if you need it. Second, I went with the Rocket Sidearm, a Baron Action, just a really solid solar rocket sidearm. It has Heal Clip, Incandescent, of course, it's a really good sidearm. Also, it will work with Mantle of Battle Harmony, so if you do run out of rocket ammo, you can have a backup, of course. Next, I'll real quick go over the mods. I have Hands-On, Solar Siphon, Heavy Ammo Finder. I have Grenade Kickstart, Impact Induction, Focus Strike, Charged Up, Solar Reserve, Solar Damage Resistance, Stacks on Stacks, Solar Scavenger, Recuperation, Reaper, Powerful Attraction, and Bomber. So the whole loop of this build is to first consume your Healing Grenade to give you Heat Rises, which will kick off your restoration because you have Touch of Flame and you're using a Healing Grenade. And then since you're beginning obviously you're going to be getting rocket kills, those kills will extend the effect of your restoration because of this. And then when you're using Celestial Fire, you're going to be giving yourself Radiant. So those rocket kills are going to be extending your restoration effects and your Radiant effects. And of course, as a backup, you have Phoenix Dive to further extend that restoration, because as it says, while Heat Rises is active, you gain restoration, which will actually give you restoration times 2, which is even better, but it'll also can extend the effect of your restoration. So after you get those effects going, like Heat Rises, Restoration, and Radiant going, pretty much the whole thing and the whole point is you're just going to be flying around in the air, getting your rocket kills as much as possible, and of course you're going to be getting so much ammo because of the artifact perk, and while you're getting those kills, you're going to be getting a ton of super energy with Battle Harmony and Hezen Vengeance, because they work together with its origin trait and the exotic perk, and of course it's going to be using a roaming super, so you're going to be getting your supers back so quickly, and when your super energy is full, Any kills you get further afterwards will give you a temporary bonus to weapon damage. So you're going to have Radiant and that damage on top of each other, working together. So your damage is going to be really good, and you're going to have lots of ammo, which is the whole point. So I'm going to have some gameplay for you in a second, and we're just going to jump right into the gameplay. So for this build, I thought it'd be perfect to showcase it in the returning Sunless Cell Strike from Destiny 1. Because I played it through a couple of times. I know there's a lot of enemies, so I think it's perfect for this build. So right now we don't really need to proc Heat Rises because there's not really a lot of enemies. When you kind of start to see the groups is when you want to start procking your stuff. And we'll kind of see that in a second when the groups start. So I'm just going to go ahead and proc Heat Rises. I'm going to proc my Radiance. And I'm going to start getting some rocket kills. Keep my Restoration going. There's not a lot of enemies, so I'm just going to use my rocket sidearm, kind of continue my restoration effects going. As you can see, all these kills that I'm getting is just giving me my rocket ammo back, which is super nice. I'm going to keep these kills going, keep my restoration effects going, just keep getting kills, baby. That's the whole point. I think one of the nicest parts about this build is, as you can see, I've had restoration this whole time. And the super energy gains. I'm going to go ahead and use my super just to showcase it a little better. I'm going to get all these kills, of course. My super's about to end. Just look how fast I get my super. It is crazy. I'm shooting at nothing, of course. I mean, I am already halfway there. I almost have it. I'm not even using my rocket anymore. Just because I'm almost out of ammo and I'm just trying to conserve it. So one of the nicest parts about this build is that you're pretty much always going to have your abilities up. And you're always going to have rocket ammo. And even if you don't, of course, you always have your backups. But it's kind of hard to not run out of heavy ammo because there's always just so many enemies to kill. But of course, like I said, if you don't have rocket ammo, like I don't have any right now, I'll just pull out my rocket sidearm, keep getting some kills. Oh, I see some more heavy. Perfect. Nice, got lots of shots. And as you can see, it overflowed my magazine because of overflow. There's plenty of enemies to kill. I'm gonna use my super. This wizard over there. Okay. And of course, I just want to really show just like how fast you can get your super back. So I'm gonna start killing these enemies with this, with the rocket. You could just see how fast I'm getting my super. I'm about to get it. I'm gonna kill this guy real quick. I'm gonna use my Phoenix Dive so I can get restoration ×2. Use my sidearm a little bit. Almost out of ammo on that. Use this. Very nice. Got some special. I mean, just look at you so much super energy. So like, it's really up to you. I mean, if you want to keep using your supers or not. But if you look on the left, you can see you're getting that damage bonus when you get those solar weapon kills. I'm gonna keep spamming my abilities. I'm gonna use my super since I'm out of heavy. Get some more kills. Keep spamming. Give me some restoration. Give me some radiant. And it's because I'm not using a solar weapon, I'm not getting any, it's not extending those durations, but I just want to conserve my ammo a little bit. Go ahead and proc Heat Rises. Keep spamming my abilities. And also, because I'm applying restoration and radiant to my teammates, it's giving me even more ability regeneration. Alright, let's... First rally banner in a strike ever, by the way. Really cool. So we're gonna wait on our teammate. Oh, I guess we're going. We're gonna see the boss in a second. Oh, it's right here. Go ahead and rock radiant. I'm just gonna start spamming my super. Just for some of that damage. Of course, we see some of these guys, and we go ahead and kill that guy. Get my heat rises going. Kill these guys. Very nice. Getting lots of rocket kills, which is what we like to see. Nice. Let's do some damage. See, I'm already halfway to my super, and we just used it already. I'm going to keep my restoration up. I was about to run out. Let's keep this going. I'm going to use some of my rockets for damage. Nice. Nice. Something I didn't talk about, one of the other artifact perks that you have is the chance for your special ammo to give you heavy. Which, honestly, that is actually the first time I actually saw it give me heavy. So it's a pretty rare chance, but it is possible. Let's go ahead and proc our heat rises. Let's use our super, because we're just going to get back in like 5 seconds anyways. Kill this guy. Toss this, toss this, toss that. Let's get our radiant. And just spam our rockets at this guy. I mean, as you can see, we're getting like so much rocket ammo. We're getting a lot of overflowing our magazine, getting a lot of supers, a lot of abilities, and that's just kind of like the point of the build, you know, to spam your abilities, keep your rises going, and to spam your rockets. So thanks for watching. That's pretty much all of the video. So a quick little side note for this video. Right now I'm visiting home, so I'm using this dinky little laptop. So I know the quality is not the greatest, but I really did want to make this video. I had a lot of fun putting this build together and making the video as well. I hope you enjoy, I hope it was helpful, and I hope you have fun with the build. Thanks again for watching. See ya.